Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of our Driven to Destruction WRC 6 video. So, we are taking part in the Monte Carlo rally, and this is stage 4 of 5. We've already completed 3 stages, and we have a very beaten up Volkswagen Polo. You can see the damage there on the glass and on the bonnet. A pretty damaged car now. We haven't actually repaired the car throughout the stages. That was the whole point of this video, and we're starting already with very worn tyres, and now on a stage that is 30% tarmac and 70% snow. You know, this is going to cause major problems. You know, in the last stage I very much struggled with the lack of grip on the icy surface with the worn tyres, and I'm expecting very much the same here. But as you can see, as an added challenge, we have very little visibility, so it's just going to make things even more tricky, and I guess even more fun. So we're coming up to the 1 minute mark, and almost lose it there. Oh, we managed to hit the tree, just about the only tree there that we could hit, and we go slamming into the bark. But we get out reasonably unscathed and continue on. So about a third of the way through now, and honestly I don't believe this video is actually doing justice just to how the lack of visibility that I had during the gameplay. And you know, it really is tough. Didn't know where to go at certain points, and you know, with the tyres worn on the icy surface, it was an absolute nightmare. You can see the ice and snow landing on the windscreen, you know, making things really difficult. You know, you're trying as hard as you can to listen to your co-driver, but it really is seat of the pants sort of stuff. Having to brake early for every tight bend, otherwise, you know, I'll just go skidding off into the wall. And just trying to keep things reasonably composed, just getting the Volkswagen Polo to the end. That was the goal here. There was no chance of winning the rally, and you know, that wasn't in my intention, because you know, just a little experiment, just to see how the car would react if I didn't repair it. Just for a little bit of fun, and it certainly goes to show that on the icy surfaces, I mean, it's going to be tricky enough as it is on ice, of course, but couple that with the worn tyres, and you know, you have a recipe for disaster. But you know, all the same, a little bit of fun, you know, something different. And again, look at that, so little grip there. So we're coming up to the latter stages here of the 4th stage. We've got one more stage to come after this, and I'm just praying at the time that it'll be a lot easier than this one, as I go slamming into the wall there. So that crack on my windscreen beginning to extend. Again here, look at this, just very little visibility. Really taking it cautiously. You know, I'm very conscious of the fact that my tyres have little to no grip on the ice. So just a matter of getting through, really. It's all about damage and limitation. So coming through this tight bend then. We've got one more segment to go, completed 4. And we're coming up to about 3.5 minutes in. Now what I probably should have done at this point in retrospect was to use my windscreen wipers. It didn't occur to me at the time. I was so focused on the track at the time, it didn't even cross my mind to use the windscreen wipers, just to clear off some of the ice on the windscreen. But you know, in retrospect, I should have done that. And you'll see the damage pop up on the screen every so often. You'll see the tyres very much in the orange. So you know, needless to say, this is very tricky indeed, but good fun. See just how little visibility we have now as we come to the finish line. So we make it through just over the 4 minute mark, and we're going to move on to the 5th and final stage. So here we are then. There's my very beaten up car, lots of ice around it as well. Looks like someone stuck it in the freezer. So then, much to my relief, this is a 100% tarmac stage, and sunny as well. So you know, it did come as a pleasant surprise, shall we say, when I saw the details on this track. You know, much easier on my tyres. You know, even though the tyres are very worn at this point, there was so much more grip this time around compared to the last couple of stages, which were icy. And you know, the last stage in particular was an absolute nightmare because of the lack of visibility, whereas here it's nice and sunny. I've got tarmac and I'm pretty much laughing all the way home. Sure, you know, the car is damaged, but I didn't find this stage particularly taxing, just simply because of the conditions. And on the, of course, the tarmac, where the tyres gripped surprisingly well. It was almost disappointingly well, actually, because I thought I'd still be in for, a challenge, considering this is the 5th stage. Those particular tyres have run. I've had no repairs in between any of the stages, so I was expecting a bit more of a challenge. So it was a bit anticlimactic, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Perhaps in future instalments they will improve the tyre model, because here it just felt a little bit too easy on the worn tyres. I mean, sure, it's tarmac, but even so, a rally car that's done 4 stages and it's been really beaten up. Tyres should not have as much grip as what I found in this particular stage. So it was a little bit on the disappointing side, but all the same, it was a relief just to get this car home in its very, very sorry state. So it's still good fun. So we've had complaints with previous WRC titles, particularly the last one, very short stages. WRC 5 suffered from Kiloton Games, and WRC 6 here, also from Kiloton Games, has much longer stages. I mean, this particular stage, I'm about a third of the way through, and we're at a 2-minute mark. So you're looking at over a 5 minutes long stage, which is a massive improvement. Some of those stages in WRC 5 were not even 2 minutes long, so there was some complaints there, and they have addressed those along with many other aspects of the game. And looking forward to this year's WRC title. I mean, we don't know who is actually developing the title. Is it Kiloton Games? Is it Milestone? Have they reacquired the license? We know they were interested in reacquiring the license. We ran a news article on that on the site last year. We just simply do not know who has the license currently, so it'd be interesting to see what happens there. If it is Kiloton Games, it'd be interesting to see the improvements made on WRC 6, because there were massive improvements from 5 up until 6. So it'd be interesting to see how that game develops should Kiloton actually have the license still. Oh, massive moment there, go whacking into the side there via a big bump to the right hand of the road. So you still can't relax, even though you're on a tarmac stage. You've come through very tricky conditions and going for a tunnel here. Very nice touch to that. I just wish the tunnel was a little bit longer. You see the dust kicked up by the helicopter above. When I first started playing WRC 6, I didn't realise what the dust actually was, and it wasn't until one of you guys in the comments pointed it out that I realised, yes, of course, it is the helicopter that's kicking up all the dust. So looking forward to Dirt Rally. They have the PlayStation VR updates, which should be coming in a matter of weeks, I believe. So not long to wait for that, which is great for people that own a PlayStation VR, of course. But for those of you that were hoping for some DLC content, it is. I guess it is a letdown for those guys, and I certainly was one of those hoping and praying for some new DLC content, new tracks in particular, because we only have a very small amount of countries, but there's only 3 Rallycross tracks. I mean, goodness me, we need at least double that, really, to really sort of flesh out the Rallycross discipline in the game. But alas, we don't have that, at least not yet. It is late, isn't it, to be releasing tracks, so I don't know if we will even get track DLC in the future. Maybe they're concentrating on a sequel now. Maybe the last hurrah for Dirt Rally was the, or at least on the consoles, was the PlayStation VR compatibility. Who knows? Only time will tell. Of course, you can keep up to date on all the latest Dirt Rally happenings on the website. So we're approaching the 5-minute mark here. Not long to go then. And it has been fairly uneventful this stage. Hit the brakes there on the left hairpin. Got the first gear. And it was fairly anticlimactic, but we're going to negotiate the last few turns here as we make our way ever closer to the finish line, which will bring about the end of the Monte Carlo Rally. I hope you've enjoyed watching the mini-series, and of course you can hit the subscribe button to support us and to keep up to date with all your favourite racing games. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.